Hey guys, join me as I tackle the challenge of drafting a solid agreement that protects your investment. No more relying on trust. Having a solid agreement in place is essential to protect your investments and relationships. It's a crucial step that many of us often overlook, thinking that trust is enough. But trust can only take you so far. Without a clear understanding of the terms and expectations, you're leaving yourself open to potential disputes and losses. I have seen many people, including clients, friends, and family, who've been burnt by misplaced trust. They thought they had a solid understanding with their business partners or investors, but when things go sour, they realized they didn't have a leg to stand on. Believe me, the consequences were devastating, leading to financial losses and damaged relationships. Take, for example, a client who invested in a startup without a clear agreement in place. When the company started to struggle, the investors began to fight over control, and my client was left with a significant loss. Or consider a business partner who trusted their colleague to handle the finances, only to discover that they had been embezzling funds for months. These scenarios are more common than you think, and they can be devastating. When trust is misplaced, it can lead to financial losses, damaged relationships, and even legal battles. You might think that you can rely on verbal agreements or handshakes, but these are not enough to protect your investments. Without a solid agreement in writing, you're leaving yourself open to interpretation and miscommunication. I've seen businesses collapse, friendships ruin, and reputations tarnished because of a lack of clear agreements. One of the most significant risks of relying on trust is that it can lead to ambiguity and confusion. When agreements are verbal or unclear, it's easy to misinterpret the terms or forget what was agreed upon. This can lead to disputes and conflicts, which can quickly escalate into full-blown legal battles. I've seen companies spend years and thousands of dollars in court only to realize that they could have avoided the whole ordeal if they just had a solid agreement in place. When it comes to agreements, there are several types to consider, depending on your needs and circumstances. You might need a partnership agreement, a shareholders agreement, an investment agreement, a subscription agreement, a non-disclosure agreement, or some kind of contract outlining the terms of the business deal. Whatever the type, it is essential to include key elements that protects all parties involved. These elements might include clear definitions of the agreement, roles and responsibilities, payment terms, intellectual property rights, and dispute resolution mechanisms. By including these elements, you can ensure that everyone is on the same page and that your investment is protected. For instance, a shareholders agreement should outline the roles and responsibilities of each shareholder, as well as directorships, shareholder meetings, the quorums, a dividend policy, and reserve matters. A non-disclosure agreement should clearly define what information is confidential and how it will be protected. By including these elements, you can ensure that everybody is clear on their obligations and responsibilities, reducing the risk of disputes and conflicts. A solid agreement can also help prevent misunderstandings and miscommunication. By outlining the terms and expectations in writing, you can avoid misunderstandings and ensure that everybody is on the same page. This can save you time, money, and headaches in the long run. I've seen companies avoid costly legal battles simply because they had a clear agreement in place. Let me give you a real-life example. A client of mine started a business with their partner, and they drafted a solid agreement outlining their roles and responsibilities. When the business started to struggle, they were able to refer back to their agreement and work out their differences amicably. They avoided a costly legal battle and were able to part ways amicably. On the other hand, I've seen companies that didn't have a solid agreement in place, and when things went sour, they ended up in a long-drawn and costly legal battle. So having a solid agreement in place can also give you peace of mind and confidence in your business relationships. When you know that you have a clear understanding of the terms and expectations, you can focus on building your business and achieving your goals. You won't have to worry about potential disputes or conflicts, and you can trust that your investment is protected. In conclusion, drafting a solid agreement is essential to protecting your investments and maintaining trust in business relationships. It's a crucial step that can save you time, money, and headaches in the long run. Don't rely on trust alone. Take the time to draft a solid agreement that protects all parties involved. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.